I first started using reverse boost when I noticed that some patients that came to my department completely obstructed with a catheter in place, they couldn't void. And I found that when I treated them with high dose perfraction, they seemed to resolve their obstruction faster than with conventional fractionation. Then I also realized that it was more efficient because I could do an MRI and a CT for planning, and I didn't need to repeat it again, because if you start off with the whole pelvic field and you have a diagnostic MR, you're going to have to repeat the MR and CT again later in order to get the fusion to work out. So by doing them up front, it's more efficient, and I think the response is more dramatic. In addition to that, there was a randomized trial done at Wayne State by an investigator named Jeff Foreman many years ago, in which he looked at neutron boost first versus neutron boost second, and he had better results when he gave the neutrons first. So the bottom line is that it's plausible that there's an enhanced immune response by treating the prostate first and then treating the pelvis. And there's other data to support it. Well, it's always good to call the old, what we call the OG, the old guys who've been doing it a long time. So I talked about cases that are unusual cases, but those are just some of my unusual cases. So sometimes a young investigator hasn't seen a lot of different things, and it's nice to be able to call somebody and say, hey, have you ever done this? Have you ever had a case like this? And other people's experience can be a resource for young investigators. Well, there's a famous professor of art that taught in New York named Robert Henri. And he used to say that you can do art in anything. You could be a gardener. It just means that you do things with a special attention, a special way. So I think that radiation oncology performed as an art is better than radiation oncology performed as a cookbook recipe where you do the same thing for everybody, because people are different, and sometimes you have to be creative and adjust for the individual characteristics of your patient. So I think those of us who practice the art of radiotherapy can do more for our patients.